Hi, and welcome. I have some company with me this evening. It's this young lady here who is somewhat frustrated by this continued lockdown. And to keep her reasonably quiet, I have to keep her in contact. Now, let's get to it. You may be losing out on sales due to your salespeople going out and using the same canned presentations they've been used for years to existing customers and potential customers. Or they might be using technobabble, which might be understood by your company people and the industry, but it's just noise to the rest of ordinary people like us. Plain language is the way to go. Here are a few suggestions. Casual meetings. Now, the famous description of a casual meeting is called the elevator pitch, where you find yourself in an elevator with somebody and a conversation ensues, where you're able to provide interesting information and also value propositions that you have. Now, if that person finds that very interesting, it may well lead to an exchange of business cards or the setting up of a meeting. Now, of course, these casual meetings need not necessarily take place in elevators. They might take place in a queue while you're waiting to get on an aircraft and you strike up a conversation with the person standing near you. So these can be very useful. The term elevator pitch can be used in other contexts. So it's that message that we have about what we have to offer and the value proposition associated with what we have to offer that is so important. We should never lose an opportunity to have these impromptu discussions with people that we meet on a casual basis. Now, when salespeople meet with potential and existing customers, they have the advantage of sitting opposite the customer with a desk or a table in between them. And my suggestion here is that they start off by making an elevator pitch. And I suggest that they make 3 elevator pitches. The first one, very short indeed. The second one should encapsulate the first one and expand on it. And then finally, a shorter version where you broaden out and you focus on the key elements that you've already covered in your elevator pitch. If the client does not engage at this time, unfortunately, there's a problem. You need to work on your elevator pitches. I also believe that the use of mini flip charts and laptops or similar to make PowerPoint presentations are not productive. They're a crutch. The customer needs to be totally focused on the salesperson and their words. Once the salesperson has the full attention of the customer, it's time to start talking about the value propositions. Value proposition is a clear statement of the tangible, measurable, and results that a customer gets from using your products. Products can be either goods or services or a combination of both. The more specific a value proposition is, the more effective it will be. It needs to be financially oriented and speak to critical issues that your customer is facing. By including a specific numbers and percentages, the customer's attention will be gained even faster. Here are some examples of value propositions. Strong ones. Clearly describe results such as, for example, increased revenues for the customers, increased market share for the customers, decreased costs through the use of your product, improved operational efficiency. So this is all good stuff. In addition, we need to explain how our product will cope with changes in technology. And as you're well aware, technology changes take place rapidly. and regularly. And we need to ensure that we can set the customer's mind at rest as far as our product being able to cope and adapt to these changes and not become obsolete. Furthermore, we need to allay any fears that the customer may have about our product and using our product. For example, is our product green? Yep. That's it today. In closing, if the customer raises issues about competitive products, it's not wise to criticize these products. We rather revert back to our value propositions regarding our product to take the customer's mind away from thinking about the competitive products. If you've succeeded in involving the customer and a conversation starts, you should listen carefully to the feedback and allay any objections by referring back to each value proposition that might be affected by the objection that the customer has. So that's it, short and sweet. It's tough out there in these times. It's always difficult also in these times to meet people on a face-to-face basis, where you get more of a feel. The personal contact is so much better than talking to people on a screen. You get a feel for their environment, you get a feel for their office, you get a real feel for how the person is. So, good luck out there. Try and get personal meetings. Not easy, but they're worth it. So, be tough and hang in there.